guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I have Austin in the room with me who's shouting red at me for some reason. Red? I don't know. Welcome to today's video. Today, oh, now orange. Today I'm here with a collaboration video with Amanda from Fashion Fitting, and as Austin maybe is kind of helping, we are doing a Pantone video, so we're going to be talking about just one coloured polish today, and this is the Pantone colour of the year for 2019, which is called Living Coral. I will insert a lovely picture of what they have decided Living Coral is looking like, and I just have gone through my personal collection and picked out the ones that I think fit it the best. This is not going to be the most matching out there, so you guys may have ones that fit better. It's just me showing you what I have really, and after a while I tend to find it hard. Majority of these are mainstream polishes and we still have a bit of a colour palette to it. They're not all the same colour. I find picking colour favourites very, very hard. But like I say, this is a collab with Amanda. Her channel will be linked down below. And let's look at these Living Coral Pantone picks. So unsurprisingly, I had some China glazes and I thought that was going to be pretty obvious. They do, in my mind, that I know them for this kind of coral colour. And the one that came to mind the most is Flip Flop Fantasy. This is a little bit more neon, a little bit more brighter than the picture depicts, but I think that it fits it the most. And when I thought of it, one of the first colours I thought of was Flip Flop Fantasy, this version, because I know there's more than one version, but mine is, like I said, this corally version of it. You can wear this over white, or you can build it up to be completely opaque by itself. It's completely up to you how you want to wear it. It is a little bit more sheer, it is a little bit more of a neon, and like I said, there's two versions of it, so hopefully you have this one if you're looking for a Pantone version. So that first one there was Flip Flop Fantasy by China Glaze. Now similar to Flip Flop Fantasy, we then had this one here, which is a little bit darker, and it also has some golden shimmer in it, and this is Tropic of Conversation. This came out in the spring or summer collection for 2018, so you should still be able to get it if you wanted to. And like I say, the main difference between this one and the previous one is this is a little less bright and intense, and this also has a golden shimmer to it, so it's not a straight up cream formula. But that is my next one that I have there, so Tropic of Conversation by China Glaze. Another brand that I was not surprised to know that I was going to feature was Essie, and I have two here. These are the two together, so we can see one's a little bit lighter, one's a little bit darker. This one here, this side, which is the slightly darker one, is called Fondant of You, and this came out again quite recently, within the last 18 months I want to say. It's when they did a French collection. I want to say it might be spring of 2018, but I'm completely guessing. And like with Tropic of Conversation, this is not a straight up cream. You do then have a strong orange shimmer. So you have the coral base and then you have the orange shimmer in it, and it's a really nice opaque formula. So if you can pick this one up, this is one of my favourite Essies for sure, and I really like this one and that whole French collection in it as a whole. So Fondant of You by Essie. And slightly lighter and just a cream formula is called Peach Side Babe, and this I want to say this maybe was a resort collection polish. I'm not 100% sure, but this is, like I say, just a cream polish. If we compare it to Flip Flop Fantasy, it's not as bright compared to some of the others. It's probably the lightest one that I've shown you so far, but a great coral colour, and again quite fitting for the theme that we're talking about here. So Peach Side Babe by Essie. I then have an Orly, and this is called Afterglow, and this I'm showing because it reminds me very much of this Flip Flop Fantasy together. You can see there. Afterglow maybe a little bit more pink and a little less coral. And this one I featured recently in my Throwback Thursday video to this collection. So I will link that video down below if you want to see this collection, because it is quite a recent one. It was one from summer of last year, 2018. So still quite readily available. So pretty good on the coral aspect, but maybe a little bit pinker. So again, it depends what you want to do. This is just here to inspire you. So Afterglow by Orly. I then have a Butter London, and this one is called Trout Pout, and again this is probably leaning slightly on the pinker end of things for a coral colour, but when I went through my Butter Londons, it was another brand that I thought I must have a coral in here somewhere, and this is the best coral that I had from Butter London. Butter London, if you haven't tried them before, they always do great formulas and great finishes. I haven't tried any new Butter Londons in a really long time, but like I say, this is a good one, and it's maybe don't pay like £15 or $15, however much they retail for, but if you get it in TK Maxx, it's definitely worth getting. Trout Pout by Butter London. Before we move on to the two indies, I'm going to show you this one. Now, when it was announced, lots of the brands were mentioning what colours they had in their core lines that were similar. So Zoya said that Wendy and Elodie were their 2 picks, but holding Elodie up against some of these other ones, Elodie is much, much, much pinker. So I think probably out of the Elodie and Wendy suggestions, Wendy is a little bit better. I personally don't have Wendy, so I can't show you it. So I'm going to show you Elodie because Zoya is saying that Elodie is one of their matches. Elodie is a Corelli based formula, so it is more jelly. It's going to take you 3 coats, and it just gives you this really like squeaky, like squishy, jellyish kind of finish to it. So it is really nice, but I'm not, once I'm comparing it to all of these, I'm starting to think maybe this one doesn't fit it that well. So that's Elodie by Zoya, because Zoya says that that's one of their matches. And I managed to find 2 indies. The first one is called Queenbee's Whizzbees by Dollish Polish. This came out for Polish pickup, so it is quite, like I say, hard to find, but I thought I would show you it still because it does fit the premise very nicely. So it's a coral base, and it's got a ton of iridescent flakies in there, which are just glorious and glowing. This is one of my favourites for 2018. So if you have it and you're looking for a coral inspired polish, pull out this one because it's a good one. So that's Queenbee's Whizzbees by Dollish Polish. And the last one we have is from KBShimmer. This is called For Fox's Sake. This pulls on the more orange side of the coral spectrum, but I really wanted to show you a couple of indies just to get that in there, because I think it's because I'm not naturally gravitated towards coral that much, and that's possibly why I don't have a lot of indies in this kind of like pinky coral range, whereas I've got a lot more mainstream where I have like I have the full collections of like both of these Essies, and I have the full collections of one of the others I can't remember now. So I'm showing you some indie options. So For Fox's Sake is a beautiful orangey corally colour from KBShimmer. It was part of their like core cream lines, and one that I lusted over for a really long time. So regardless or not, this is a beautiful colour. Like I say, it's in this coral spectrum. It's probably leaning more towards the orange, whereas Elodie is leaning more towards the pink. So that there was For Fox's Sake by KBShimmer. So those are going to be my picks for the Living Coral theme for Pantone Colour of the Year 2019. So the colour theme, I wasn't too mad at it for this year. I know a few people were like, what? I think a lot of people wanted to have a blue for some reason. But ever since I've done this, the first one we had I think was a baby pink and a baby blue. They had like 2 colours of the year. It was then a purple, then a green, then a purple again, and then a coral. So maybe we'll get something like bluish next year. And this is definitely a very popular colour in nail polish and in life, so I can see why they went for it. So let me know down below what some of your best picks are for Living Coral Pantone Colour of the Year 2019. Don't forget to follow Amanda. Our channel will be linked down below. Austin's attacking the tripod, so I will see you all soon. Bye.